If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button and of course subscribe for more content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video and a brand new set of rule breaker predictions with Team 2 imminent. I thought we might as well take a look at some of the players who could feature in the Team 2. Now, I've gone for the same type of criteria and type of player that EA went for in Team 1. Maybe a little bit more of a range of player, though. PIZZI, of course, the Portuguese league. PIZZI has had his physical taken away from him, and it has increased his shooting. He is now a very capable cam. I have also position changed one or two players. PIZZI up first. The next player of position changed is going to be Correa. I've made him a centre mid. I think there's only really one other position change. The reason I've done that is just it gives it something a little bit extra, and I think EA haven't done it yet with the first set. I'd like them to do it in the second. Correa has had his shooting taken away from him, but of course he's had his passing increased. So for a centre mid with good pace, good dribbling, never know. The CELSO has had his dribbling taken away from him, and now has 85 defending, which makes him a little bit more of a CDM prospect than anything else. Not all changes are going to suit everybody, and not all changes are going to be good changes. EA will do it so that it will fit a certain purpose, as does this guy. And again, I've position changed him to a centre-back to give us more option in centre-back, because I don't want to just see the same 2 or 3 centre-backs every single game. I have taken away Bachicci's physical, and we've improved the passing, and of course the defensive stats has gone up as well. Good pace. Teixeira has had his physical taken away. Not that he had an awful lot to move anyway, but he's had his physical taken. Now look at that card: 93 pace, 85 shooting, and 85 dribbling. That looks like a really good card. And with the Chinese league cards we've had recently, good links on the go. KOLAROV now has a little bit of pace to him. KOLAROV has had his passing decreased. Now, of course, his pace is up there with a decent amount. I didn't want to make him like 90 pace, although they may very well do that. But I think he's got enough to sort of decrease maybe his passing, even his dribbling or his physical. JIMÉNEZ has had his physical taken away from him and now has 90 pace, 85 shooting, 86 dribbling, 80 passing. Now he looks like a very, very nice prospect. The criteria for players changed by EA were those who had more than one stat above 80, essentially. Something EA could take something away from. Carrasco, for example. That card looks good. I've taken away his shooting. He did have, I think it was 81, so I've decreased the shooting by 4, and I think I've increased the passing quite considerably. But he has good dribbling and very good pace to boot, and of course he's already a player that is used quite often. Him and Correa in the same prediction, I'm aware. Dahoud is our final position change, centre-back. Now, this card doesn't actually look very good until you realise he is a centre-back. Then you think, well, okay, he's got a high defensive work rate. Yes, he's only 5'10", but he's going to have decent jumping. Of course, his defensive stats now have been massively increased, so he's a much more capable centre-back. Hulk makes sense because they have Talisca. You have an informed Paulinho. That's why I mentioned Teixeira in the first place, but now Hulk as well. We've taken away what makes Hulk Hulk in his physical, but now he is much, much faster. Very capable in front of goal, decent on the ball, decent little passer as well. We're going to talk about a big boy now, as someone who has more or less been confirmed as a rule breaker. And the reason for that is because A, it's kind of like Harry Kane all over again, and B, it's why he wasn't in Team of the Week. So Joshua Kimmich was given the nod ahead of Robert Lewandowski, despite Robert Lewandowski's hat-trick. So 92 pace, his shooting's been decreased very much like Kane by a few points, and it's been put all onto his pace. Good dribbling, passing, and physical. That looks like a monster. Navas has had a dribbling nerf to improve that physical. Now all of a sudden becomes one of, if not the best fullback in La Liga, potentially even in the game, which could make people rethink what they do in their defence. I want these type of cards that make you think, oh, actually, now I need him, which means I need to change my entire back line. Moving on to Rabiot, a player that I've done it for selfish reasons, I won't lie to you. I'd love to see it. Links my Ronaldo to my Mbappe. Decent pace. I mean, reasonably well-rounded. He's not a great card by any stretch of the imagination, but I would like to see this sort of thing. Taking away his dribbling, not sure how I feel about that, though. Up next is CANALES, a player who has had his shooting nerfed by around 8, I think it is, but now has 87 physical, which is huge. 87 dribbling, 86 passing, good little pace on him as well. Not the best defensively, but in terms of a general midfield player, I quite like that card. And again, links to that NAVAS. Maybe. TADIĆ up next. I pack this guy all the time, so why not make him a special card? We've decreased his shooting, and now he has 87 passing, 88 dribbling. Very good pace. Look at that, 90 pace. Very, very fast player. They had a Dutch League player last week, and of course, with only one featuring in Team of the Week, I'm pretty sure one will feature in Rulebreakers. Marcelo is one of those faces we see in everyone's team, but not this year. Why? Because he just doesn't have the legs that he used to. Let's give him back those legs, shall we? We've decreased the dribbling, but increased the pace. So now all of a sudden, you've got a very usable Real Madrid left-back. I say that, Mendy is, but this could, I would say, the cheaper option. He's going to be more expensive than Mendy. Ilicic, 86 rated, all of a sudden now is very, very usable with that 90 pace, 89 shooting, 88 dribbling. We've decreased that passing down by 5, I think it is. I think it was 84 before. So now all of a sudden, you've got a very fast Italian league striker. Not bad at all. Nabil Fekir has had his shooting taken away from him to increase that. Look at that passing. 92 passing, 90 dribbling. Good physical. Not the fastest of players, but definitely capable of playing in that cam with maybe I wouldn't say a catalyst, that's pointless. A hunter even would be a good chem style for Nabil Fekir. I could definitely see this happening. And I know I went with Canales as well. I've just got a funny feeling one of those will feature. Verratti of PSG. I don't think this has been confirmed, but it is a very strong quote-unquote leak. He has had his dribbling decreased. Of course, his pace has been increased. So now he's a very quick and nippy little CDM. I would definitely love to see this again. Links to my Mbappe. I'd be after this card, as I would be this Paul Pogba. I'd love this. This would suit me down to the ground. He has had his shooting nerfed and his defensive capability buffed. Now, they're either going to do it one way or the other. So you'll either have a big shooting boost or a big defensive boost if Paul Pogba gets anywhere near Rulebreakers 2. I'm hoping he does. Maybe not as much as most would hope for this guy. We've decreased the dribbling, but given him much more capable shooting stats. I wouldn't be surprised to see this as the SBC card, the player pick. They're obviously going to do it again. They did it with the Inaki Williams. I was thinking maybe Emre Can could get that treatment, but I've decided maybe Traore is my front runner for it. So I'm not sure what they could do. Maybe give him massive shooting or massive passing, but then why would you care too much about the passing? I don't know. Maybe massive shooting or massive dribbling. He already had good dribbling anyway, but maybe all the way up to 99 or something ridiculous. But either way, if Traore gets anywhere near Rulebreakers 2, he is going to be expensive. That's just a splash of the players. I'm not saying all of them will feature because they absolutely will not. There's far too many there for a start. But if we could just get a splattering of the players that I've mentioned, with the exception of perhaps the likes of CELSO, who didn't look that great, I think that could be quite an exciting time. There's a decent number of Spanish fullbacks and defenders in general there that look really nice, and there are a couple of decent midfielders on the go, and of course that Pogba, I would really, really like that. But let me know if you could handpick one player from that selection to be untradeable in your club forever, who would it be and why? If you have enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for new, of course, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.